How's it going, everybody? I hope you guys are doing alright. In today's video, I don't have much of a theme, but, well, I suppose I have a theme, but I don't have much of a title for this video yet. I do know that I want to talk about, just stop focusing on what you're saying as much as you do now. And I know I want to talk about something among those lines. I just don't know how I'm going to make an 8-minute video about it. So we're going to try my best. So I recently have been focusing more on the main point of things, even though when I speak I tend to avoid it. But I'm starting to look at the big picture more times than I have been previously. I've been trying to just get the point across, or no, wrong. I'm not trying to just get the point across. I've been looking back on the way I cater myself, and I used to speak with every time I spoke or every time I did something. So take, for example, if I'm playing basketball and I hate the way that I'm playing, I want to just play better. And it just, for some reason, I had that chip on my shoulder that if I wanted to play better, or if someone's speaking to me, there's always a reason, or someone's doing something, there's always a reason. And that's a different subject, but my point is, stop focusing on what you're saying and realize how important it is what you are saying. Your words mean much more to people than you think. You just because you're not saying a lot, and just because you feel like you're not doing enough, doesn't mean you're not doing anything at all. So I've been trying to focus a lot on that, and I just recently I got back home from hanging out with somebody, and I expressed that point to her, and I wish I knew that earlier in my relationship with her, that I wish I knew that how much of my words actually meant a lot to her. So if you feel like that, if you're someone like me who just feels like they need to be doing more, need to be saying more, your words mean much more to people, and your actions mean much more than that to people than you actually think. So if you're someone who's like me, like I said, if you're stuck, I hope my advice helps. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know how long we're gonna keep this video rolling. I know my footage is about 8 minutes long, and I'm only 3.5 minutes through this video, so I'll find my way through it pretty much. So I suppose I can talk about what I've done today. So if you care to listen, follow along. Today I hung out with my brother and his friend, and we went to the bookstore. And let me mention, I used to hate reading up until recently. My dad was a big reader growing up, and I wanted to follow his footsteps in a way, I guess. I never realized how fun it is to read. The first book that I just got into in this arc of reading, I suppose, is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it. It's a good story so far. I'm about halfway through it, and I'm enjoying it so much. And I just picked up another book today. It's by Seneca, a philosopher, on how to die. And the points that from the table of contents, he mentions preparing yourself for death, fearing death, just a whole bunch of stuff like that. According to my brother, who's very big on philosophy, he addresses that that Seneca actually bit his tongue a little bit, so he was sentenced to the death penalty, and he actually didn't follow any of his footsteps. He didn't follow any of his footsteps. Doesn't make sense. He didn't follow any of his rules. So I think that's kind of ironic. But I'm interested in the book, and I hope that I enjoy it. And then and then after that, me and my friend hung out and had an amazing time. It was so funny. It was my first time driving her, so she was a little panicky, but we got through the night, so nothing to fear, I suppose. It's stupid because I share the car with my brother, and so we share the same aux, and throughout the entire night, my auxiliary cord just kept messing up. It just kept fumbling, bruh. It just every time I started the music, it would just mute itself, and then I would press play and it would continue to mute itself until we just had enough and unplugged it. We had to listen to the radio, and it was a silly night. But I wouldn't take it back for anything. I know that every time I say something when I make a video, there's always a life lesson, and this is no different. I try to avoid that. I don't want to sound like your parents preaching to you. So, but I'll make this no different, and I'll add a point to this story. Hanging out with people means so much more than if you're hanging out with someone. I don't know why I don't know how to get my words out, but just by hanging out with someone, it just means so much to them than you actually know, or at least to me. I hope that she watches the video and she knows this. Hanging out with you has been such an amazing time, and I wouldn't take away the 3 hours that I've been hanging out with you for anything. So, my video's closing out soon. I have about a minute of footage left, and I feel like I've overshared my hand here. I hope that I'm not judged by this video. I don't plan on deleting it. I plan on uploading it and just keeping it on YouTube. I've done it twice. I made 2 videos and I hated the outcome of them, and I just keep them unlisted. I don't ever want to delete them. I want to keep them unlisted so I can look back on them and make fun of myself for making the videos so others don't have to. So my video is closing out soon. I wish I could say more. I would love to, but I only have 20 seconds of footage. So if you guys enjoy this video and you're interested in hearing more of me, please subscribe. And yeah, if there's anything you guys would like to know about me, leave it down in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video.